Labradors are the breed used most often as guide dogs. Labrador guide dogs need to go through an extensive training program that enables these dogs to be the seeing eye dogs for blind people and for visually impaired. Before a dog can be employed as a guide dog, she needs to go through a special training, and not every Labrador is fit for the job. Just like people, Labradors differ in their temperaments, and usually Labradors that are calm and willing to please are the ones that have a potential to be a guide dog. There are around 100 guide dog schools around the world, and these schools share the same goal, which is to provide a vision-impaired person with independence through the use of a trained guide dog. Some guide dog schools even have a breeding programs, where they are able to produce puppies from their best guide dogs. These puppies inherit the good qualities of their parents, such as temperament and physical qualities that make them the best of the best guiding dogs with the proper training. At birth, most Labrador puppies weigh between 340 and 440 grams and about as long as an adult's hand. Puppies and their moms are cared for by the animal nurses. By week 4, the puppies begin eating dried food with the puppy meat and start drinking water. Puppies begin to develop their personalities during this week. It is important to start socializing the puppies with people and to let puppies start exploring their environment. By 5th week, a number is tattooed on each puppy's ear and a tiny microchip is injected under the loose skin between the shoulders to identify the pup as a member of the guide dog community for its life. Each year the litters are listed in alphabetical order: A litter, B litter, up to Z. Every puppy has a name beginning with its litter's letter. Each dog gets a unique name. During weeks 6 to 7, the pups are fully weaned. The animal nurses take them out to explore and play in the grass. Puppies get soft toys to play with and are given rawhide strips to chew and help them with teething. Puppies are gently introduced to wearing a collar and walking on a leash. This is the time when puppies start getting their vaccinations to protect them from life-threatening diseases such as paravirus, distemper and hepatitis. Kennel cough vaccination is given later. At this time the puppy is ready to go and live with the puppy raisers for their first year. Puppy raisers are people who are responsible for caring and socializing the Labrador puppy until the puppy is ready to live at the kennels. Puppy raisers must not leave the puppy alone more than 3 hours a day because as a guide dog he will live beside someone day and night. House training starts the moment the puppy arrives. Gradually it learns to relieve itself outside on the command, "Quick, quicks," which is important for its future work. Over the year the puppy raiser and the supervisor will help the puppy to get used to people and to noise. The dog needs to learn to be relaxed going to shops or any locations with a lot of people, and even when walking past dogs and cats in the street. Puppies are trained in quiet voice to listen for all their commands so they respond calmly and don't become anxious. Dogs are taught good manners, and when offered food the dog should not start eating until the dog gets the eat command. At 1 year old the puppy goes back to the center to continue its training as a guide dog. At the kennels the dog needs to adjust to a new way of life. Dogs are very well cared for. They spend a lot of time with other dogs and with trainers who train the dogs all of the basic obedience commands and much more. The dogs are kept in a very calm and peaceful environment. A veterinarian checks each dog's health, and a veterinarian who specializes in animal ophthalmology examines each dog's eyes to make sure they are perfect, because the guide dog is a seeing eye for its handler. It takes 1 walk a day, 5 times a week for 5 months to train a guide dog. Trainers use a lot of praise as they train the future guide dogs. The dog is trained to climb different stairs and to be comfortable using all kinds of transportation. Avoiding obstacles is another important skill that the dog must learn. Many trainers say that the most difficult part of training is to train the dog to allow enough space for the handler and the dog to travel together. Height is a especially difficult concept to train the dog, as the dog needs to understand how to avoid obstacles that may potentially be in the handler's way. For example, a branch that is at the level of the handler's head needs to be avoided. Seeing eye dogs also must learn how to safely cross the road and when not to cross roads. Dogs are taught intelligent obedience by following a command only when it is safe to follow. For example, if a handler wants to cross a road and gives a forward command to the dog must not obey the command if there is a car coming and the situation is not safe for crossing the road. All of these various situations are addressed when trainers work with future guide dogs. Only about half the young dogs pass the assessment to train as guide dogs. The ones that don't pass the test might work for a police bomb detection unit. Others may be offered back to their puppy raisers, and a few are sold to new owners as pets, and some become companion dogs for children or adults who have special needs. These dogs can be very helpful as pets as therapy dog. When you are getting a Labrador Retriever puppy, keep in mind that the puppy should be at least 2 months of age. Find out if both parents of the puppy have a good health history. There are some genetic diseases associated with the Labrador Retriever breed, and your puppy has a better chance at good health when both of its parents have a good health history. If you get to meet the puppy's parents, pay attention to how friendly the parents are during the meeting. Friendliness is considered to be the breed standard. Labrador puppies tend to bite, and it is your responsibility to train the dog to not bite starting at young age. Provide your puppy with a toy that the dog can use to chew on, as it may help to overcome the discomfort of teething. Once you bring the puppy home, remember that it is easier to teach your Labrador Retriever puppy good habits from the start than it is to correct bad behavior down the road. If you are not planning to let your adult Labrador to sleep in your bed, then do not bring the puppy to your bed from the very start. Also, if you want your dog to behave while you are having dinner, then do not offer your puppy any food from the dining table during any meals, so that you do not establish the habit of begging food. Remember to reward your dog for good behavior and do not encourage the behavior that you will need to correct later on. Also keep in mind that a young puppy will need to urinate every couple of hours and sometimes even more frequently. Be prepared to clean up often, and remember that puppies tend to urinate after meals and after sleep. Bringing your dog to the area designated as your dog's toilet immediately after meals and after the puppy wakes up is a good idea. As soon as your puppy urinates in the designated area, remember to praise your dog. Learn as much as possible about Labrador Retriever breed info before you decide to get a lab puppy. When you are ready to get a Labrador Retriever puppy, choosing the right breeder is very important. A good breeder will explain how to properly care for your Labrador Retriever puppy, and will provide you with all the important information about the breed. The breeder will care not only about the look of his dogs but also about the temperament and health of the dogs. Are you thinking about getting a Labrador Retriever? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting a Labrador Retriever, please share this with them. If you liked this video, check out our website, the link is in the description of this video. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.